Alright, welcome everybody for the realistic performance tier. This is round 5 for the Baku GP. It's your streamer, commentator, as always, it's Deer Hunter. And I tell you, I think we're going to be in for a really exciting race. A lot of the boys have been really practicing this week, which is unusual. We really don't see a lot of practice for this tier. First, saying, hey, you need to step it up. You need to put some work in. And that's what they've been doing. I tell you, for being real, Baku always provides really crazy races just because the pure fact that usually about half the field wrecks out. So, as we get loaded into here, I think we have 18 drivers, so almost a full field, maybe 19. And we'll be able to see how qualifying begins. Like I said, it is full qualifying. So, round 1, just be top 15. Round 2, just be top 10. Round 3, simple, easy as pie. So, let's get loaded in here. If the game will work. Here we go, 19 drivers, so we may have only 14 make it to the second round. The game's weird depending on how many people actually start this session. But let's get all the goodies up for you. The telemetry, lap data, track map, and the tires. It's a pretty standard soft to medium, maybe soft to hard here. It just depends on the tire wear. I personally do not really like this track, so I don't really strategize that much for this place, but so it should be pretty standard, you know, what they choose. I would think it'd be soft to medium, extreme, soft to hard, more conservative, but we'll see here. Regardless, starting on the softs, I believe will be the smart way to go. You see a few people already heading out. The first being Sergeant Milk in the Ferrari. Let's see what them Ferrari boys up this weekend. If you notice, you got some rearranging of some of the teams. You got Not Y'all, that's how he wants me to pronounce it, in the Renault. Cookie now in the McLaren. Ginger and Sergeant Milk are now the pair in the Ferraris. Don't pull a Charles Leclerc here heading into the before you get to the castle section. You got Phantom now in a Mercedes. Fern now in a Renault. Ezia has joined the grid. He's now in a McLaren. Got Ritzy Raccoon now in a Williams. Oh no, Sergeant Milk has already hit the wall. Oh goodness me, that was not good. Goodness me, he's already lost all of his wing. Oh goodness. That is not how you want to start off your qualifying. Try to get the Twitch pulled up so I can see all of y'all commenting and all that good stuff. But goodness, what do you think about that? Already drama, as one of the Ferrari drivers is already taken. Oh, he can't even hardly go through the S's. Goodness. Let's see who else we got on track. Got a Mercedes and well, another Mercedes. Both of them out, I think. Here we go. We see a Williams of SSR Joe. Burrup's not in the field tonight. Quite disappointing. Or yes, he is. In fact, he's actually in the, I believe, AlphaTauri? Let me see here what Burrops is in. It's either an AlphaTauri or a... he's in the Red Bull. My word. Burrops is going to have a really good shot at a win then. Goodness me. Being in that Red Bull. But let's go back to SSR Joe in the Williams, who should be starting his first lap. And I'm going to expect some pretty cracking times right out of the gate here. It's one of them places where track evolution isn't that big. It is a street course. Goes really wide. You can take that much wider on this game. You can really ride the curb, exit out. You can brake so late for these 90-degree corners. Down and through the first second. Even though he isn't at Williams, we have seen the drivers in the Williams cars been able to run about that 8th to 10th place area. So, you know, even though Joe, you know, he's up there solidly around the top 5 and in the points. He's gonna be putting a pretty good benchmark here in the Williams to what it could be. It is only qualifying 1. So, oh, as he hits the wall. Oh no, that wasn't good. He's got to be really careful right here too. Ooh, easy, easy. That's going to cause a lot of drama tonight, I'm sure. Yeah, he's got part of that wing broken. Yeah. See, Sergeant milked the first. What time? It's a 148. That's well, you'd really low 140, that low 140s range. So let's see what Joe can do. He did have a little bit of wing damage, so that is probably going to hinder him slightly. So we see him come up pretty good. It's a 141.3. And he's 8 tenths quicker than Unknown in the Haas, so a really solid lap. See Cookie now going. I believe that's a Renault we see at the bottom of the screen on the lap. And yes, sir, Noidle goes to the top with a 141. Go back with Cookie in the McLaren as Brown goes up to P2. Ginger P4. What does Cookie do? A 139. And Taylor jumps him in the Mercedes. A 138.7. I was thinking like a high 40, low to mid 41 would be on par with making it through. And I'll tell you, we've got some laps here in the 38s and 39s. Goodness. But obviously, those are some pretty good cars. See who else we've got up here. Ritzy in the Sector 2. Ryan on an outlap in the AlphaTauri. Vern on an outlap in AlphaTauri. And the Renault. Couple of tier 1 drivers, but let's go back to Williams. Oh, he's had to really lock him up there to prevent from hitting the wall. Very tricky corner indeed. No, he goes a little bit deep there. Come on, Ritzy, hold it. Ritzy trying to get everything he can in that Williams. Obviously not the best car, but dare I say at some circuits in our 8th or 9th place team-wise car. But let's see what he can do up to the line. If he can get into it low 42, I wouldn't feel too bad about the lap, but let's see what it is. It's a 141.9. Not too bad, considering his 41.3, and we saw Ritzy had a couple of mistakes, so if I'm Ritzy, I'd feel pretty encouraged about that lap. Come on in and get a couple more runs in. Not Yosh, who thinks that 40.1 is going to be really good to get him through, and I agree. Safe. Got New Zealand Ryan in the AlphaTauri now on Sector 1. Ring the bells. We've got a hot one going. Hello, Lamb. In the chat saying, hello, Andy. Looking at one of the best right here, Tussle and Muscle. One of the hardest cars in the field at the hands of New Zealand Ryan, and I would expect this to be in that top 3 or 4 pretty solidly. A little bit of trouble there. Everybody's having a lot of trouble through that corner. He is on the mediums. Purple sector. Oh, gosh. If he goes to pole here on the medium tires, a lot of people are going to feel really silly. Well, let's see what he can do. It's going to be close. Dare I say he might fall a little bit here on the back stretch. The 141.6, so very confused. We were seeing a little bit close, but that's solid. It's solid. Ginger Horizon to Sector 3 now. Now we've got a purple Sector 2 out of him. Let's see if that's in fact correct. In the Ferrari, he is going very quickly. Obviously, the F1 Codemasters, they still haven't fixed the tension because he is soaring down. About to open up DRS and see what he can do. It's a 41, some P3. And a very solid lap for Ginger. Got Fern now going to the top in the Renault. P3 for him. It looks like he might be actually going for another lap. Got Etzia in the McLaren heading through Sector 2. He'd expect to at least be in the low to mid. Obviously, though, Cookie is Tier 1 and Etzia is not, but nonetheless, being in the McLaren would expect to be right up in there in that mix. You got a really good gaggle of cars from about P4 down to P10, all separated by a little over 7/10 of a. And then you got a really another good gaggle from about P10 to P13, separated by half a second. So let's see what the McLaren driver of Etzia can do. Let's see what he can do at the line. He goes P9. That's right mid 41s. That might be a little bit in the danger zone. It's low 41. I'd feel okay. It's a mid to high 41, and I definitely think a few of these guys like SSR Zampa, Phantom, Sergeant Milk. That's 3. Ryan, obviously. It's a good few of them that can go quicker here. Noidal, obviously, at a 40. So we'll have to wait it out. Burraps in the Red Bull heading through Sector 2. And I tell you what, I am really excited to see what kind of lap he can do here. Sort of pull up the times from pole so you can see that on the left to just see how close. Currently, the bubble is BRL Phantom, even though it says Noidal P15. He is quicker. So currently, the bubble is Phantom. I believe, unless it only allows 14 cars through, then the bubble would be Zampa. We'll try to, let's say 14. Really good lap. This could be top 3 material. And yes, sir, it is. He goes to P2 in the Red Bull with a 39.2. Really good lap for the Red Bull driver that's pulling again, too. I quite like that, in fact. Hopefully y'all doing, too. If y'all do, too, then let me know. If not, if you want me to go back, then I will do so. And let's see if we got anybody on the bubble who's going. Oh, Zampa. Oh, goodness me. That was close. He had a car ghost right in front of him. It looked like the racing point down. It looked like it was Brown wing. But Zampa, thankfully, was able to stay in the gas. And Brown went and ghosted, which is really good. And that's really good for Zampa. He's half a second up, which would move him further away from that danger zone. Ginger Horizon saying Chandler is, I'm not going to repeat all of what he said. He's basically saying Chandler is bad. But let's see what Zampa can do. Let's see if he can close up on his teammate. And he's on par to do so. What will it be? He goes P in the AlphaTauri. Pretty good lap by him. But like you said, you got from P5 down to right about P12, literally separated by just over half a second. Even P13, and then you got a few of them not too far off as well. So I'd say if I'm at about if I'm 9th on up, if I'm at a 41.3 or above, I'm going to feel safe. That's what I'm going to say. Let's see who else we got on lap. We got It's Me in the Alfa Romeo. So many Alphas, even though it's only 2. Oh, he hits the wall on the exit. Let's see if he can power to the line. He might just have bumped to the pit lane, which is what I'd do here. He is not on a great lap here, admittedly. But he's going to trudge along. Yeah, it's only P17, a 45.1. It's not a really good lap there. Got Fam in the Mercedes. He is in the danger zone. I'd say, like I said, we're going to go based off of top 14 just to be safe. That would put Reptile on the bubble. Oh, as he cuts the corner. Oh, Phantom. Oh, no. Phantom is new. He is driver, but this is his only, I think, 3rd day on a wheel. So he's really trying to learn it here quick. But that's not what he needed to happen. He either needs to really save fuel to go for another, because I don't think he can come into the pits and be fine. I don't think he can. So that is not going to be good for Phantom. See, obviously, a bunch at the top just staying in the pits. We got a few who don't feel quite safe on outlaps. Let's go on with Unimproved. He is in the danger zone, currently P15. I don't think that's going to be good enough. Yeah, he's going to pull into the pits. Now, y'all said try taking out the pit lane board and hit the wall. Ooh, that's not good. Going for another, not able to do it. Yeah, we're in the pits. I'm not sure if he's going to come out. But at the moment, it's not looking like he will do so. A couple waiting to the very end here, like. You got Phantom in the pits. It's got Sergeant Milk in here you see Sergeant Milk come out here. We're in the danger zone, and you've already got Not Y'all who's already done, but Unknown sitting at a 42-1. I don't think that's gonna do it. That's P15. I don't think that will. You've got a couple guys like Reptile. Ryan is staying in the pits. He is not yet left. I think he might be leaving now. Yes. Zampa's still in the pits. He feels safe. Joe in the Williams on a hot one. FinFan on a hot one. Ginger Horizon on a hot one. He is not going quicker. Taylor is on a hot one. Let's go on board with him as he's the first of them. And he's back. Yeah, here we go. We got Joe on a 10th and a half quicker one. Oh, a little bit of wheel speed and keep it clean. That'd be absolutely massive for the Williams driver. Lamb, it's pretty mixed. You've got about half of them on a wheel, half of them on a pad, and it changes. Like, for example, Tier 1 and Tier 2, a lot of them are on the wheel, but as you go down lower in the tiers or in the realistic tier, a lot more will use the pad. Oh, no, Joe. No, that has all gone wrong. Yeah, he's backed out of it. I would still think he's safe at a 41-3, but obviously he felt the need to go out there. FinFan will not improve of it. Taylor is in the garage. He says he's done enough of this. Reptile on a lap. He's 2/10 up in the Alfa Romeo. Currently sits P14. Last of the ones who are safe. Only got 2 more out of the drop zone who are actually going on out laps. So, like I said, now if you're in the top 10 or so, I'd say you're safe. Reptile hits the wall. That's not what he needed to happen. Ezia is on a lap in the McLaren as well. Ryan is going to go for a lap. To the line, he is 3/10 up. This is what he needs. And in the Alfa Romeo, I might say, he loses the back end just there. Let's see what he can do, hugging it real tight. I'd say to the left side, not the right side, but whatever poison you choose. Goes up to the line. He jumps up to P8. That's a good lap. Really solid lap. And Phantom in the Mercedes, or he's going to be done. His team manager's going to be ticked. Sergeant Milk 2.1 seconds up in the Ferrari. Ryan still going on with the lap. He's 7/10 of a second up. That's what he needs. Go on board with Ezia. He's going to be the first of them. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 drivers to play for. So if you're top 10 on up, you are surely safe. Like I said, I think the safe zone is going to be top 14 instead of top 15. Here we go. First of them is Ezia. He has had a very good lap in the McLaren. I expect him to jump up possibly in the top 5. Run up to the line. It's going to be Sergeant Milk directly behind him. He needs to improve by quite a lot. But Ezia coming up here. P5. Good lap for him. What can Sergeant Milk do in the Ferrari? He jumps up to P6. He's safely through. They're dropping like rocks. Here we go, Ryan. He is not currently in right now. The Tier 1 championship leader is currently out right now. What can he do? Heading up to the line. He does it. He goes to P3. What can Phantom do in the Mercedes? Good lap by Ryan. What can Phantom do? He needs to go up to P13 before he does it. Oh, goodness me. Oh, no. Phantom in the Mercedes. I go through to Q2. Oh, it's me. Granted, this is his only 3rd day on a wheel, so kudos to him for even participating in this. But I can tell you what, team boss is not going to be happy. Be a real Neymar. But I know be happy with that. He expects his drivers to be Q3 at the very least, let alone be knocked out in Q1. But wow. Wow. Shocker. 3. Ezia P6. Sergeant Milk up into P7. I mean, what did I say earlier? I said I think Joe would be the last one to feel really safe, and he did. He's Heen, obviously, because Not Y'all was quicker. That was the last one safe at a 41.3. So, a lot of drama here early on. Wibes in the Red Bull chooses not to set a lap. Etsy is celebrating in the chat. Good lap for you, mate. Good lap in that McLaren. And we'll see if it is only the, in fact, top 14 or top 15. I think it's going to be top 14. Correct. Okay, Not Y'all is saying he's out, yet he ran the quickest. He ran a quicker time. I wonder if it's because he's retired. I'm not sure. So we'll see if, in fact, we have 14 or 15 going through. I've never seen that. Usually, even if you retire due to a wreck, you'll go through to Q2. So I'm not really sure. But the few who we know are knocked out is Wibes, P19 in the Red Bull. It's me, a little bit off the pace in the Alfa Romeo. The Haas, a little bit off the pace of Unknown. And Phantom goes, he's getting only must. It's going to be really close here with Zampa and Not Y'all. I'm not sure. We'll find out here in a moment. Ah, thank you, Norris. So, yeah, I guess Not Y'all's out then. So, Zamba got graced a little bit there. And he's moving on to Q2. So, in this session, obviously in a Q2 session, if you're doing full qualifying, the tire you set your quickest lap on is the tire you start on the race on. So I generally think it's going to be the standard soft to either medium or hard, whatever you choose to do. Somebody like Orion maybe start on the hards or the mediums, my bad. I'm not sure. I mean, I think, a couple of them have the pace, like Taylor, like Cookie, like Ryan, maybe even Fern or Burrops to start on the medium. We see quite a few of them actually going to go out and do their runs on mediums, so... So let's see who we can see out first. Currently we see 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about exactly half the grid. Right now. And I'm wondering, because we did hear word that Not Y'all did intentionally try to take out the pit lane boards heading into the entry of the pit lane. And that's part of the reason he wrecked and retired. I wonder if that could be some repercussions from the stewards, maybe, for that incident. We'll find out. And I'll keep y'all informed. Could be some interesting revelations coming out of this race. But here you see, got Taylor. It's going to be, I believe, the first out. Maybe Brown. It is, in fact, going to be Brown, who... was right on the cusp there. Like I said, it's going to be really interesting. You got several of them choosing to go on the softs, which, should pretty easily get them into Q3. But is that the best tire to start on? So, we'll see here. And there we go. We got Brown in the racing point. See what he can do to start off with. On the mediums. Take it nice and easy. Not really attacking too hard. Oh, goodness me. Wow. Losing the back end like a World of Outlaws car. Goodness me. Taking it very easy now. Whew. Driving that thing. And he's now the left of the session. What just happened? But let's see who else we got on lap. I believe Taylor was next. We'll get a really good indication of what the pace. Taking her easy. Gotta be so careful through the castle set. Up here at the top of the hill, you can really attack the corners and gain some time. Obviously here you got a quick sweep to the left. Another sweep to the left, and then the really hard off-camber sort of corner downhill. Oh, beautiful, Taylor, beautiful. No, Lamb, it is different in the realistic performance here. We've got guys who are running almost every assist, and we got guys who run no assist. So it is widespread across the board. We're seeing Taylor might have invalidated the lap. We'll see here. Showing red on the bottom right, and yeah, I think he invalidated. So very disappointing for him. See what else we got on lap here. I believe there's Zampa or Burrops is next. Or he's starting a lap. See who's on a lap. Joe is on a lap in the Williams. Thank goodness. Fan goes P1 with 40.9. What does Joe do? He tops him with a 40.8. Good lap for the Williams driver. Boss Cookie's heading through Sector 2. He's invalidated. Ginger Horizon entering Sector 3 in the Ferrari. Ritzy goes P3. Not the best of laps for him. Etzia through Sector 2. Zampa coming up to the line. And he's going to back out of it. Ginger coming up to the line on the mediums. This is going to be a really good indication here. First, a quick driver on the mediums. And he goes to the top of our... Oh, hush up. That's a good lap. Goodness. Etzia goes P4 with a 42.4 on the mediums. He's not the best of a lap, but Cookie going for another. Sergeant Milk in the Ferrari heading through Sector 2. Burrops is through Sector 3. Really curious to see what he can do here. I think it's going to be right behind FinFan. And no, it's actually right in front. Jumps him up to P2. Good lap for him. Sergeant Milk, Sector 3. Taylor, outlap. Everybody else on an outlap. Let's go on board with Cookie. And I'd expect him to be at a mid 40.4, 40.6. It would not surprise me to see him run a 40. Really cutting it close heading down that corner. Says if that's accurate or not, but we will find out as he heads down the long straightaways. You got difficult because you want to compensate for the tight, twisty corners, the slow speed corners, but you got to have low enough downforce for these long straights. What will it be as he runs up to the line? 40.49. It's almost a 40.5, but good lap by Cookie. Goes P2, is actually fighting COVID right now. Cookie has actually been confirmed with the COVID-19 virus, so our well wishes are with him. He's toughing it out with a 102-degree fever, right? He's racing, and wish him a speedy recovery. Got me. I know. Gonna get a little bit of slipstream. Oh, that might have actually hurt him. Yeah, it did hurt him actually just a tick. With some dirty. See what he does. It does not look like the best, but it's going to slot him in here. 7. If it would have been in front of Etsy, it would have been a little bit better, but not the best. Ryan pulls into the pits. Taylor with a purple Sector 1 in the Mercedes. He is good. A little bit of motivation from last week. Let's see what the second sector is. Let's see if it's purple. Really easy in, fast out. Lovely, lovely. I believe this is the second lap on the tires as well. Show you how many laps they have on their best time. Was not a purple second can do as he comes up to the line. Needs to beat a 40.54. And it is a 40.17. To the top goes Taylor Clan. Or as Teammate Marduk likes to say, Taylor Chan. You got top 4 now, all on mediums. I'd feel pretty safe about all of those times, apart from maybe Burrops. Fern going for another lap. He's 1.4 seconds up, and that's when he needs right about 7, maybe P6, really close to FinFan. Let's see what it is. 40.99. That's really close. FinFan and Joe, but not. Could possibly put him in the danger zone. Reptile heading through. Reptile in the Alfa Romeo. Runs up to the line. Needs to be in the 40s to have a crack at it. 40.87. Just one. He actually matches. He matches Joe's time. But because Joe said it earlier, he's ahead. Wow, that is so close. Lily a 10th. That is so close. We got Brown now in the racing point. Oh, really was struggling there with the front end with grip. He is on the softs. Top 4 on mediums and 8th and 9th on the mediums. Everybody else on softs for their best lap. Only 4 minutes remaining. Need to be top 10. Oh, he hit the low. That was not good. He could actually have time to come into the pits and change that and go out for another lap. But he's going to continue on with it. And he goes to P4. So I would have actually come in because he probably lost about 3/4 of a second throughout that. But he goes P4, which is looking pretty safe. You got a few outliers right here like Ezio, Sergeant Milk, and Raccoon. But we'll see what their fate is, how much quicker they could go. Everybody's sort of chilling now. Calming down. We still have Zampa yet to set a lap. Ryan yet to set a lap. Ritzy on the outlap. Zampa on an outlap. Reptile on an in-lap. Taylor's retired from the session. So has Cookie. So let's see what we're going to have first. It's going to be Ritzy. Currently sitting at a 45.5. If he wants to jump in to run a 42.4, but I don't think that's going to be safe enough. If you want to be safe on limit, I'm 5. You need to be below that 40.8, 40.9 mark. So let's see what Ritzy can do. Sitting at a 40.878. Let's see how close he can get to it. I mean, you can look at the times there. The gaps, at least. Really close. You get a really good indication with the first sector. Yellow flag through first sector. Looks like somebody coming out of the pits. A little bit of a lockup. .6 seconds up. That's what he needs. That'll currently be a big chunk. Unless you just got really low wings. The third sector, you can't really gain that much, but you can certainly gain or lose a bunch of time through the first and second sector. So he really needs to gobble up a bunch of his time here. About 4.5 seconds worth. Yellow flag, sector 2 gets out of the way. Thank you very much. Oh, mounted the curb. Actually really good. Let's see what the second sector is looking like here. Pretty clean, pretty safe. 3 seconds up. So he's currently sitting to about match Etsy. Does go, in fact, going to the safe zone. Who knows? Everybody else could mess up and he could sneak his way in, or he could have really low downforce here, and it could really help him run up to the line. He needs to beat a 42.4. Some right in that midst of the top 5 to top 10 in the range. That is going to be close. And he immediately gets jumped down by Zampa, who goes P, sits in the AlphaTauri. Ritzy's out. Few more to play for. Burop, 7/10 up in the Red Bull. Couple in the danger zone. Etzia, 5.5 up. Ritzy's not going to go quicker. FinFan on the lap in the race flag there. My apologies. Burop's through the middle sector. I think he's going to be the first of them. Ahead of Etzia. Yep, it's going to be Burop's first. Going for a lap on the softs just to ensure he's safe. Which actually ain't too bad right now when you consider P2 down to P11 is literally separated by 5.5 of a second. Let's see what Burop's can do. This will surely put him on pole, provisional pole. But get him through to Q3 fairly nicely, and he's actually going to pull into the pit. Smart move. Smart move. Mediums Joe getting help. Nets on the lap. I believe it's FinFan. He is currently sitting on the bubble. And he's got 3 drivers behind him. That can improve. So like I said, if you can bump up to about a 40.6, I'd feel pretty good. Time has expired. Etzia P6. Good lap for him in the McLaren. Burop's P5. Ritzy only mustered P12. FinFan goes to the top with a 39.9. New Zealand Ryan in the AlphaTauri. A pair of Renaults behind. What does Ryan do? He stays P13. Ryan does not improve. Fern can't do anything. What can Sergeant Milk do? Can he get him out of the bottom danger zone? No, he stays P14. Fern is only 11th. Nobody from 11th on down could move themselves up out of the danger zone. And Reptile hangs on with a 40.8, but the shock has to be that Ryan, with a 41 flat on the softs, misses out going to Q3 by 0.2 of a second. And some surprises here. You've got Reptile P10. Etzia up there in P7. Cars between mediums and softs. 4 of them on mediums, and then the rest on softs. FinFan going to the top with a 39.9 on softs. My oh my, this is going to be spicy in the race. Be spicy like a Taco Bell Mexican pizza, I'll tell you that right now. Not really. They're not that spicy, to be fair. More like wasabi. That's more of a hot, though, than spicy. But you get my point. Here we go. FinFan on the top on softs. Second to fourth, though, on the mediums. Taylor, Horizon, Cookie. No real surprises there, but that is going to be a fun battle to watch in the race. Brown P5 in the racing point. Both racing points looking really good. Red Bull on the mediums as well. P6. Etzia, Zampa, and Joe all sneak in there. No, Williams, AlphaTauri, and McLaren on the softs. And then Reptile, P10, and Alfa Romeo on the softs. Fern, Ritzy, Ryan, and Sergeant Milk. All 11th through 14th. But they get their free tire of choice. New tires at that as well. Here we go, getting ready for Q3 here. Apologies, I needed to grab me a drink. There's a few cars rolling out, one of the first of them being Boss Cookie, but directly in front of him, you've got FinFan in the Racing Point. Could see him rustle some feathers. He is a Tier 1 driver as well, but sitting in the Racing Point. Could much be like Breakout, who's in Tier 1 as well, and a Red Bull. Some pretty solid cars here. Much like Cookie as well, Tier 1 driver, but in a McLaren. See what they have fitted. Everybody going to be on softs here. Here we go. The Racing Point driver starts to head up through the S's before going down the front straightaway. See what kind of lap he can produce here. I'd say it'd be a 39, I'd say. Maybe a low 39. But we'll see. You do get another set of fresh, soft tires by making it into Q3. Complimentary by the FIA in Formula 1. So, actually giving back to the teams for once. You don't usually see that by Formula 1. It's going to have a gaggle behind him. You already see a McLaren, Mercedes, or Ferrari all right. You know, right there behind him there. On the limit here. Slight lock up there. Really pushing it hard. Got Safe Space Racing cheering on. SSR Joe and SSR Zampa. Nice to see y'all standing there. Into the very tricky portion of the track where we could see a lot of wrecks, especially early on. Oh no, FinFan, no. Oh no, he tries to quickly pull out of the way to avoid ruining anybody's castle section, but that is a bad wreck. Didn't lose more in that. But Cookie, it looks like he didn't lose so much time. I didn't jinx it, Lamb. He did that by himself. And not y'all, don't calling you Noidle. I will do that. But Cookie in the McLaren. Let's see if he's got the scenario 7 out as FinFan's already retired from the session. Let's see what he can put up here. Let's see if he can get to the 38s again. It'd be a very solid lap. He does a 39.2, a really good banker for him. Taylor jumps in with a 38.3. Where did that monster lap come from? Oh, goodness me. That is a good lap. Ginger jumps Cookie, goes P2, and Brown in the Racing Point musters a 40.4. Etsia only a 40.6. Now got Burrops heading on a lap. I expect him to be right around Cookie. Really interested to see what kind of lap he can put here. Oh, he's getting that back end loose and squirrely. This ain't dirt racing. This is Formula 1 Burrops. Get a really good indication of his first sector. He is really pushing that car, using every inch of the track. Solid purple sector 1. We'll see if that actually holds true through the middle sector. But it'd be really nice to see somebody up there and run a mid 38 or so. A challenge because he's really been clicking it off, whether it's been in BRL or AOR recently, and really putting in some really stellar performances. So let's see how much Burrops holds through the middle sector. We'll get a oh, yellow flag, get out of the way. Thank you, Brown. Slight lock up there, sort of able to square it off a bit, but lost maybe a little bit. That's a good middle sector. It's a 14.5. I don't think that's exactly purple, and it wasn't. But if he has a really good third sector here, he might be able to produce something special. Burrops head to the line. He ran a purple sector 1. It wasn't through sector 2. What can he produce through the third sector? The long front straightaway. Does he beat Taylor? No, it's only a 38.9, but he does jump Ginger and Cookie. Move Burrops onto row 1 of the grid. Reptile won the surprises in Alfa Romeo. He's about to start an out lap. Raccoon, I do agree. Joe he is a Williams in Q3. Really good job by him, but you also got to think Joe he's a really good driver as well. So you'd expect that Williams, with Joe driving it, much like with Burrops, you'd expect him to get it up there in the Q3 solidly. But I will try to show some footage when we get on laps. See what Reptile can do now from Mayo. He's about to start his lap. And a downshift there to a little bit of extra rotation. Not too surprising, especially being in Alfa Romeo, but it's weird. You can use little tricks at certain circuits, certain corners, get just a little bit more rotation, or sometimes you can just carry the flow of the car through the corner. It just depends on how much speed you take it, how good the car feels, the setup. Let's see what this first sector is looking like. Yeah, it's a 35.5. That is not, in fact, purple sector 1. I don't know why it's saying that. It's tracking about to be around where Brown and Ezia was. Taking her easy. Pretty good castle section, might I add. See if he does good through here. Yeah, he slowed down a little bit, but got a pretty good center speed. Like I said, I think his goal being in an Alfa Romeo is, much like Joe, to be sort of in that 7th to 10th range. Maybe a little bit higher if you get lucky. That 5th to 6th possibly. But let's see what Reptile can do. It was a decent middle sector 2. I think he would have wanted just a little bit more out of it. But 3 minutes to remaining. This is probably going to be his last lap. Let's see what Reptile can do as he runs here into the top 9. It's going to be a 40.8, just below Ezia and Brown. Like I said, I think it'd be close, but and he was. It was a 40.8. I think he'll be happy with that. Just making it into Q3, obviously. Sort of the goal for some of them boys. So got Zampa now on an out lap in AlphaTauri. Got getting down to the nitty gritty out lap with Cookie and Brown. Going to be the leading charger of those in the Racing Point. And you're welcome. Like I said, I definitely think we saw a lot of people doing mediums there. So we could see medium to hards. Yeah, it could definitely be the strategy. Like I said, I have not done a lot of time. Actually, I don't even think I've turned a lap on this game at this track. I just do not like the track. So usually in the past it's been soft to hards. So we're going to see, I'd take it medium to hards this time. So let's get on with it and see what kind of lap Brown can produce here as he starts his flying lap. Only a minute and a half remaining, so if you need to go out there and set a lap, you need to go out there right now. Okay, Ritzy just sent me $5 through PayPal. Brown in the Racing Point. Dare I say needs to be in the 34s to, maybe jump around Cookie or Ginger. $35.1, probably 0.2 quicker than his first sector. Best. Hard braking zone here. About to head through the castle. Gain or lose so much time. He really chucked it in there, and all you see wing flying off. Oh, going through the catch fence. Goodness. And this lap is going to be a dud. Man, he was really going for it, too. Etsy on the lap, too. See who we got on a flyer. Cookie. Purple sector, maybe. Now, let's see if Brown's actually continuing on with the lap. Yeah, he is. Wow, he's currently 3/10 up. I do not know how, but he is. He's going to continue on with it, maybe just to gain a little bit of leeway over the likes of Ezio, Reptile, and Joe. But let's see what he produces at the line. 40.1. 40.1. Cookie down. He's actually invalidated the lap. Cookie is stuck at the very best on Sector 2 of the grid. Horizon lap. Zampa is invalidated. Joe says he goes purple Sector 1. I'm not sure if that's true. All to play for here. Ezio through the Sector 3, going to get a very nice tow from his teammate here. A very nice tow indeed. And let's see if Ezio can jump up to the second row of the grid, possibly. He does not. He stays on the third row of the grid, a 40.3. Time has expired, by the way, so these laps are going to finish them. Taylor about to head into the third sector in the Mercedes. Currently 10th up. Phantom going to try to improve the lead here. Goes even quicker, a 38 flat. Joe could only muster P8, but still a solid lap for the Williams driver. Brown can't do any more. Burrops P3, Ginger P2. Wow. I mean, Ginger, he seems to be the only one who can match Taylor at the moment. But like I said, it could be really interesting in the race. I believe they both are on mediums. But, I mean, wow. Taylor is sweeping them right now. That's going to be it. I don't think we have anybody else on a lap here. So like I said, it's Taylor. He had such a good lap there. This is the AI cars try to play bumper cars. But, yeah, Taylor and Ginger, they're just really, really setting the pace here. You got Burrops and Cookie and Brown and Ezio right there. Pretty close to each other. But at this point, it's Taylor's race to lose, I think. Here we go. Here we look at him. Taylor, Ginger, front row of the grid. Burrup solidly P3. Cookie in the McLaren P4. Brown in the Racing Point, pretty solid P5. Ezio jumps up into P6 with the McLaren. Reptile with a really good lap, P7 in the Alfa Romeo. Joe in the Williams P8. Really close to beating Reptile there, but couldn't quite do it. Nonetheless, fourth row of the grid. Zampa didn't set a valid time as P9. Finfang going to be quite disappointed with that. I think he could have slotted in, P5 right there with his teammate. But yeah, stuck on P10. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and give my predictions for the race. I'm going to say Taylor P1. I just don't see Ginger holding it for some reason. He has really struggled in races this year. So I'm going to go Taylor P1. Not y'all. No, Cookie P2. Cookie P2. And I say it's a toss up from like Not Y'all, Burrops, New Zealand Ryan, even Ginger Horizon. There's like 4 drivers that could wind up P3. So tell me in the comments on Twitch, who do you think is going to be your podium drivers, and who do you think is going to win? Give me the top 3, and who do you think is going to win? So drivers get readied up here. And they start the formation lap. See what tires everybody is on, just to make sure. Yeah, Ginger, Burrops, and Cookie all on mediums. Ryan on the hards. I just feel like Ryan can drive up through the field. It's going to be really close. Said Taylor P1. I'm going to go with Cookie P2. Burrops P3. Yep, that's going to be it. That's going to be my podium. But like I said, I think it'll be a toss-up, honestly. You know, you got Ginger Horizon right there, too. You got FinFan and Fern mired in the back, but FinFan is on softs. Ryan coming from deep in the field, so it'll be really fun to watch here. Bunch of mixed strategies, like I said, softs, 11th on 12th to 16th on hards, 17th on mediums, and 18th and 19th on softs. You saw the tire graphic there. Standard for this year's game is medium to hards. So it'll be a really interesting race here. I think there's going to be a lot of wrecks too. I mean, heck, in Tier 1 for the past 3 seasons, 3 or 4 seasons actually, I think about half the field is wrecked out. I think one year we only had like 9 or 10 cars left, literally. So, you know, heck, as long as you can survive and finish, you're going to probably be in for a really good day. And heck, if you're running around in the top 8 or 10, I mean, as long as you can finish, you might be on for a top 5. Penalties aren't that huge here, but you got to watch out for them as well. Like I said, the biggest penalty is getting a little bit of damage. But we're getting ready here. Drivers finish off warming up their tires. Get set here for 26 laps around Azerbaijan, or better known as Baku. No, Lamb, it is full damage. Not that cool to put on sim damage for them. All right, they're getting set. Like I said, if you got any comments down there to think what you think the podium will be, let me know. It's going to be really exciting. Here we go. They're starting to line up on the grid. Could we see some first lap chaos here? Going in the grid slots. Heading back through the field. The final couple of cars. Line up. Got Taylor pointing to the right. Nordal. Looks like, or not y'all. 1, 2, 3, 4. Realistic performance here of BRL. It's lights out and away they go. Really good start for Taylor. Really good start. He tries to cover it off with the Ferrari. Oh, the Ferrari and Red Bull make contact. Barops already has damage. 2 and 3 wide through the midfield. Oh, keep it. Oh, there's a McLaren who got turned. A McLaren got turned into the wall. That was Ansia. He got turned by somebody. They're still 2 and 3 wide in the back. Sort of straightening out at the front. Taylor gets passed at the start. He gets passed by Ginger. New leader. Burrops has wing damage, but somehow he's holding on in third. Wait for the first lap leaderboard shenanigans to cool off here. Funneling through here. Got a racing point that looks like FinFan looking really, really feisty. Here we go. It's starting to settle out now. Oh, let's watch him head through the castle section. Oh, goodness. Oh, my gosh, Taylor. Oh, my gosh. That actually jumped my heart through the... Oh, my gosh. Jumped into my mouth. We got a couple people with damage already. That's lovely to see. See them keeping it clean. Got a gaggle. And Joe rolling the AlphaTauri of Ryan. Oh, goodness me. This is a car park in the midfield, but we got a really good battle for the lead. Taylor really starting to close up on Ginger Horizon. Ginger Horizon did a thing to get into the lead lap one. Taylor's wanting to take it back and lead lap one. Side by side, Mercedes versus Ferrari. Who leads it? I think it might have been Ginger by a nose. By an absolute nose hair. Yellow flag, sector 3, virtual safety car. Oh, goodness. Ooh, I can't keep this up for 25 more laps. It looks like Not Y'all has wrecked. I don't know where. But he's wrecked. You got several drivers coming into the pits to make stops. My oh my, goodness me, this has already been a crazy race. Got Ginger and Taylor really close. What is... Etsy is in the pits. FinFan is in the back. Cookie is somewhere near the front. I'm not quite sure where, if it'll all pan out, please and thank you. It should do so in a moment once Etsy clears. The running order is looking like this. You got Ginger Horizon leading the race. Then Taylor, then Burrops, who I think has a little bit of wing damage. Cookie, Brown, Reptile, FinFan, Ryan already up to P8, and there we go, we're back green. DRS enabled as well. Ginger trying to pull away, saving up a lot of ERS. Oh, Ginger hits the wall. Ginger hit the wall. And here comes Taylor. Up the inside. New leaders. We got Burrops right on the back gearbox as well. You got 3 drivers fighting it out for the lead of this race. Here we go. Here comes Ginger. He's going to want that back in a heartbeat. Ferrari versus Mercedes. Looking back, you got Burrops closing in too. Side by side. Really using the side draft. And into the corner. Neither one gives an inch. Taylor probably gets a little bit of a warning there. Here comes Burrops. Got 5 cars battling for the lead of this race now. You got the Racing Point and McLaren really closing in. Oh, this is getting feisty. This is getting feisty in a heartbeat. Here comes Taylor. Oh, this is such good racing. Oh, my goodness. Here comes Cookie on Burrops. Oh, does he make it work? No, sir. Oh, here comes the Racing Point as well. Oh, my gosh. I can hardly commentate. I just like watching this. Oh, goodness me. Here comes Brad. Where did he come from? Oh, Ginger got a big tank slapper. He's going to be out of DRS now. Burrops is quicker, trying to get around. Ginger has damage, I think. He's got to have damage. Oh, Cookie, big cut there, big cut. Oh, here we go. Here's Brown up the inside to the king. Oh, Cookie gets contact with the wall. Cookie made contact with the wall. Nothing Brown did wrong there. He just did a really good move. When you go offline, you get a bunch of dirty stuff on the tires. Oh my gosh. I think it's even crazier in the back. Look at this. Wibes, who didn't even run. P10. And now we've got another virtual safety car. What has happened to Sergeant Milk? Oh no. Oh goodness, dearie me. Let's look at this from unknown mute's point of view. It just looks like he went straight on. That is a violent wreck. Goodness, that is bad. We got a couple people who were on softs or even mediums here ducking into the pits, and those including Ginger Horizon and Cookie, who think they can go to the end on hards. That'd be a very mighty tall order to do indeed, but they virtually get a half-free pit stop here. Well, let's go back to the battle up front. We got Burrups hounding the racing point of Brown. In fact, actually, I think Brown got around Burrups. I think Burrups does a little bit of damage. Wow. Look at this Reptile and Alfa Romeo hounding down Ryan and Alpha Tauri. P4, P5. This looks like Monza all over again. Just get rid of the Red Bull and the Mercedes. Ryan's going to scoot away here. Just a bit. Trying to get out of DRS. Go back to the battle for P2. Go on board, in fact, with Brown instead, since the horrible sound glitch. Do not want to hear that. Go back. Vibes on the Renault of Fern. Fern and Vibes has come from P19 up to doing a really good job in that Red Bull, but he is on softs as well, so it makes it a little bit easier. Gets another time penalty. Fern goes a little bit wide, and we might see a Red Bull chuck it up the inside here. I'm sure Christian Horner is closing his eyes, thinking of a 2018 incident. Brown sets fastest lap of the race. Let's see if he goes up the inside, closing. He's gonna yeet it up the inside. He sent it. Oh, he hits the wall. He hit the wall. Oh, goodness, that was a terrible accident. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. He drove it in so hard. I don't know how he didn't collect Fern. I don't know how that's not a safety car. Oh, goodness. That was such a terrible wreck. Here we go. Another battle for P2. Looking back from Brown. It's getting spicy. They are already spitting them up and chewing them out. 5, and we already have 3 cars out of this race. We got a couple a lap down already. Top 5 is, oh gosh, that was really close by Burrups. Taylor, Brown, Burrups, Ryan, and Reptile. I wouldn't have expected that, but we do have a couple that have pitted who I think are going to the end. So have another close battle for P5 as well. Going to need to watch this as well. Between FinFan and Reptile. FinFan going to try to make... Oh, safety car! Safety car! Oh, they finally threw it, and thank goodness they did. I think Itzme might be out of the race as well. He's not. He's just a lap down. But let's see what the leaders do here. What do they do? Do they jump into the pits on hards? Yep, Taylor's in. Let's see what Brown does. He's in. What does Burrups do? He's in. This might work out really well for Cookie and Horizon because they pitted for hards literally just a lap ago. Reptile's in. FinFan's in. Fern is in. Let's see if Cookie and Horizon stay out and possibly jump a couple people at that. We'll see. Looking back. And he's going to move up to P5 as well. Ginger, he's going to come into the pits for measure. So interesting strategies at play here. Very interesting indeed. Let's see if Itzme in fact gets his lap back as well. You can see on the left the gap to the leader now. And almost everybody on the lead lap, like I said, except for Itzme. The safety car should let him get through here. Or it's better off for Itzme to just go to the back. See, Ginger has left the pits. Starting to queue up here in the front. And you see a couple getting tires here in the back, including Zampa and Unknown in P14 and P15. Phantom still mired back in P13. But I think his goal for today is not only A, to just finished the race, and if he can score some points, that'll be icing on the cake. Oh, whoa, whoa, what has happened to Horizon? Horizon spun it, or really overdrove it into a corner. That could be wing damage, possibly. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to see here. But going through the field here, Taylor on hards, Brown on hards, Burrops on hards, Ryan on mediums. I think them hards can go to the end. Maybe do, let's see here. Boss Cookie, who does have a lap on those tires on the hards. Reptile on mediums, FinFan on hards, Meanfern on hards, Ritzy on mediums, and Etsy and P10 on hards. Everybody else is on mediums apart from Unknown and Joe. As we've got something's going on here in the back. Ritzy gets a 5-second penalty. Looks like somebody's slow. What is going on? Oh, It's Me's trying to let him pass. It's Me's trying to let everybody pass, which is the gentleman thing to do. But I think it might have gotten a couple people time penalties, which obviously is going to be reviewed after the race here. Yeah, Ginger evidently didn't get damage from that because he is stayed on track. So currently a little bit over a quarter of the way through the race. Looking like Taylor, Brown, and Burrops in really good positions here. Assuming they can make it to the end. It'll be a tall order, taking them almost 20 laps. But I mean, if that's not the case, you've got the likes of Ryan, Reptile right there, Horizon, who could, double medium this to the end, and if they can put some really good times in, could maybe do something special. And we've got some words going on in the Discord, not y'all telling FinFan to stop being an idiot and breaking people's wing for no reason. Oh goodness, women, they're necessary. Chandler's saying that the game is glitching for people. This game is so broken. Honestly, it is so broken. Like, for example, for me in the WR race the other day, I'm hardwired. So my connection's good. And lap 28 podium and then just lose connection. And the game. Well, I didn't lose connection to Xbox Live. Just lost connection to the game. The game being stupid. So, but we carry on. And we're about to have a pretty tasty here. Coming to 19 laps to go. I feel like Taylor's going to wait to the very end here, pull either a Magello or a Brazil, and wait to the very end to get going. That way they can't use that slipstream. Yes, Biggles, I do commentary alone here. And here we go. Taylor is going. Could have Ryan on Burrops here. He's not using the ERS. Further in the back, Ginger around the outside of Fern. And for P4, also looks like Burrops and Cookie are going to war. Cookie really going defensive here. Tries around the outside, can't do it, getting really close here. Oh, they're getting spicy in the back too. Getting really spicy back up the front too. Ryan in P2 now. He gets around Brown. Oh, goodness me. Taylor, whatever you do not let Ryan at the front. And through Castle. Nobody hit your wing, lads. Oh, goodness. I swear, I mean, when you're racing, it doesn't seem that quickly. But when you're in a commentator or broadcasting position, oh my goodness me, it looks like they're about to wreck through there and die each time. Got their fastest laps up there, too. Go back to the interval between them. Brown up the inside of P3. Got to worry about the switchback. They've got Burrops. as well behind, and Ginger. This is going to get spicy. Does Cookie go back around? Here goes Burrops up the end. Oh, he pulled out of the slipstream too quick. Here comes Ginger also. Oh, 3 wide. 3 wide. Three wide. Oh, that isn't going to work. Oh, gosh, they made it work. They made it work. They're still cutting back. Here comes Ginger. That's some spicy racing. Oh, my gosh. Look at this. Look at Brown. He's going to try to send it. Oh, he backed out of it wisely. Oh, my goodness me. This is incredible. Oh, really locked him up there. Third away through this race, closing in on halfway. Getting close in the back for P12 as well. Look at this. You got battling for the edge of the points, in fact. Joe trying to sniff around Fern, who's got Ritzy Williams there, trying to get in the points. Going back to the battle for P3, Burrops and Cookie. Slows it down a little bit. You got Ginger on Brown. Leo Flag, Sector 2. Who's it for? Oh, Joe. No, Joe. Bad Joe. How could you do that? Oh, he's wrecked. That's not good. Oh, somebody just absolutely yeeted it, and that was Zamba. That's going to be damage for the AlphaTauri driver. Here we go, Ginger and Brown. Burrops closing in on Cookie as well. Don't think he's going to get there, but they're side by side for P5. Taylor sets fastest lap of the race. Move Ginger up to P5. He's sort of leveled out there on back, except for FinFan, who's trying to claw his way past Reptile. Battle for the lead brewing as well. Burrops trying to hold on to the back of Cookie as they both lock up tremendously. Ryan trying to close the gap to Taylor. Remember, Ryan on fresh mediums, Taylor on fresh hards. So a bit of a difference there. But also, Taylor's in a Mercedes. Ryan's in an AlphaTauri, which is, 1.2 to 1.5 seconds inside of Cookie. Oh, lag there. Goodness, I don't know what was wrong. It looked like a brilliant move by Burrops. Oh, he's really closing in on Cookie there. Nice wing cam. I legit thought he made the move. I was going to say that's a beautiful move, but I definitely think he's going to get close to him here soon. Sound glitch finally gone, so we can finally listen to that nice Honda engine, which is so nice to hear under down shifting. Tyler really trying to build up that second gap to Ryan. Couldn't close. Brown picks up a 3-second penalty. I know. Here we go. Burrops trying to get into a podium position. This is P2, because remember, Ryan has to pit again. Ginger's right behind as well. He sets fastest around the outside. Oh, Cookie hit him. Cookie hit him. Here comes Ginger. The 3 wide heading into turn number 2. Who gives? It's Burrops. Cookie sends it. Ginger sends it. Still side by side. Here comes Burrops. Oh, he's going to get a really good run here. Don't miss your braking point. Cookie, goodness me. Oh, Ginger, you ain't got all the room in the world. They're so tight right here. Ginger going to try around the outside. Oh, Cookie touches. Keep it cordial. Oh, Cookie hit the wall. Cookie hit the wall. I think he's got wing damage. Here comes Burrops into P. Cookie's actually going to lose another spot. Brown got around him for... Oh, Cookie's in the wall. He's wrecked. He's wrecked. Oh, careful, boys behind. Careful. Cookie is out of this race. I don't know how that's only a virtual safety car. Come on, Codemasters. Build a better game that actually knows what a bloody safety car is. Oh, my goodness. Another point to settle down here, and this could actually be really good for the likes of Ryan, because he could duck in, possibly get a free pit stop and go onto the hards or something here. We'll see what he does here. That's what I'd do if I were him. I'd come in and put on a fresh set of hards. It's gonna stay out. See what the guys further back do. Ginger stays out. Burop stays out. Brown stays out. Fin stays out. Reptile stays out. Yeah, everybody's staying out right here. You pretty much made your bed and now you gotta lay in it. Here we go. We are back green. Green. Got Fern closing on the back of Ritzy. But with the stupid sound glitch, I apologize. Fern not quite close enough right now. He's closing up on Reptile and Fin, who are looking for a four-way battle. Merging here very quickly. Ryan closing up as well. Taylor did not get a very good restart. He's sending it through Castle. Ritzy trying. Oh, something's wrong with Fin. What has happened to Fin? He has just been passed by Reptile and Ritzy. Fin down to P8 and he's about to get overtaken by Fern. What has happened to Fin? Horrible scenes by Racing Point. Let's see if he's got wing damage. Oh yeah, he's got wing damage. He's having to slow up right here. Fern is going to be so ticked off by this. I mean, there's nothing you can do. Fin with damage, in trouble. Ginger. Oh, Ginger! Ginger is wrecked into the pit lane. Just me. That has got to be a virtual safety car. Oh goodness. And like I said, virtual safety car. It honestly should be a safety car, but once again, you know, you got Codemasters out here being absolute nonsense. Oh goodness, Ginger just drove it in way too hard there. I mean, you saw that on the live stream. We caught it live. Goodness, and we'll re-rack him. Well, not re-rack him again, but gives everybody another breather. Halfway through the race now. We're waiting for the green flag to go back here. Looks like Etsy is possibly pitted. But here we go, back racing. And Ryan is much closer on the back of Taylor. Ooh, Ryan with a little bit of a cheeky corner cut there. Ritzy gets a penalty. I'll tell you, look at this. You got Reptile in a Alfa Romeo P5. Ritzy in P6 and a Williams. Shout out to them. Unknown in the Haas P9. Just goes to show, you know, if you can just stay along here, chug along, you're going to be in for a pretty good day. Even It's Me, who's a lap down, is about to be promoted up into P14. Here we go. Ryan on Taylor. Does the move pretty easy. We've got a pretty feisty battle, I think, for P8. No, it's not. It's lying to me. The graphics lying to me. My apologies. I thought they were close to a battle there. But Taylor just going to hang right here and sort of play along because Ryan really used up his battery to get around him there. Taylor just showing him the nose, saying, hey, I'm right here. Probably not in any hurry because Ryan's got to pit again. So a pretty good battle brewing here. We got Williams trying live. Oh, is he really pushing the car out there? Big lockup. Probably got to wait for the straightaway. But the net running order, I'd say right now, is Taylor P1, Burot's P2, Brown P3. And then I'd say Fern in P4. But after you get behind him, The people who are on the mediums are going to come out right about where you are. And if you're coming out right around somebody who's on a softer, fresher tire, there's no point in hardly even racing them then. So I'd feel pretty safe if I'm Brown, Burrops, and Taylor on their strategy because they're holding their own. But if you're down below them like Fern and Etsia, unknown, it's, just got to take what you can get. But Taylor closing back on Ryan now. Really good racing here. Really respectable racing. And Ryan says, okay, I'll let you use up some of your ERS. Thank you very much. But if I'm Ryan, I'm wanting to get around him as quickly as possible because he knows he needs to jump that group. Here around in here as we got Ritzy going around. Reptile for P5. Reptile's going to be the first to hop in of the medium runners. And I'm sure he's either going to go to another set of mediums or hards here. Let's see what he does. Goes to hards. A little bit of a slow stop there, but should still come out pretty good here. I'd say battling for P9 here. Going to be battling FinFan. FinFan sees him up the road. Going to get a little bit of DRS here. A little bit of cheeky DRS and Slipstream. We could have a nice tasty battle for P9. If you're a Reptile, you want to hold on to this as much as possible, but it's going to be tough to do so with cold tires. And FinFan, move him up into P9. Going back to the battle for the lead. We'll go back to battle for P9 once it closes up. It's going to take him a lap or so. Get them tires heated up. Ryan starting to lose a little bit of pace here. You'd expect that. The mediums are now at 8 laps. And once you get 10 or 11 laps on them, they really start to lose some of their grip. So I would not be surprised here if you'll take them maybe another lap or two. As Taylor sets fastest lap of the race. Goodness me, lap 9 of those hard tires might add. So yeah, I'm thinking Ryan's strategy here is he could, sort of break it up in two. Sort of break up the medium runs in two here. Or he could stretch these a couple laps further to, dare I say, lap 19 or lap 20. And then put on sauce, because I don't think he's put on another compound tire besides the mediums this race. So that could be his plan, especially with multiple virtual safety cars and a safety car. He could be trying to stretch these to lap 9 or 19 or 20 and take it softs to the end, which would be much fresher than obviously 12 to 15 lap old hards. So, purely based off of the compound choice, and then you throw in, but Ryan still, Taylor saying, hey, I'm right if you make a mistake. Everybody sort of leveled out in the back. Like I say, good run for Burrows, P3. Cookie has left the session. Cookie, that's no bueno. That's not good. It's not good when a host leaves the session. But like I said, you got to look at the gap right here. Ryan, he's going to fall into that gap right in front of Ritzy, I think. And I think he's just trying to get in front of him. I don't think he's going to Brown, because Brown and Burrops are on the same strategy as Taylor. So I think his goal is to just pop in front of Ritzy right now. If he can maybe get in front of Brown, that'll be a bonus. He'll have to work really hard these next couple laps, about a second a lap to do so. But I think that's his goal. Got a battle brewing here for P8. FinFan trying to get around Unknown. Unknown with a really good run in the points in the Haas. In P8, he'll lose a spot here if FinFan can close on him. But still a really good run for the Haas. FinFan ducks to the inside. Unknown doesn't even fight it. But Unknown's still looking pretty solid here. Got a few second gap to Reptile. Pretty good run for the Haas driver. He's put in his work today. Back to this cat and mouse game. I genuinely think Ryan is going to be really pushing here, because obviously Taylor's tires are really working in now, and And Ryan's, you know, like I say, he's got 2 or 3 laps here, and those are going to be pretty treacherous at those. But Ryan's a good driver. I think he just knows the gap to Brown. And if he can come out in front of him, that'd be really good. Currently, it's sitting at about 21.5 seconds. And if he can continue on with that pace, he'll be solidly in front of him, which is what he needs. Instead of just utilizing that DRS he has on Taylor, just to pull him along, because I think he knows he's not going to be able to get past Taylor in the final 6 or 7 laps, however many laps he chooses to do on the softs, because that obviously means he's going to have to do like 3 seconds better a lap, which it's just not going to happen. But I definitely think he thinks P2 is on the cards, especially because they've already got a 15-second gap to Burrops, and I would not be surprised if that's higher when pit stops roll around. So Ritzy now in the Williams head into the pits, and he's serving a drive or a penalty or something now. This could cost him points. He's got Reptile closing in on unknown as well. But this could cost Ritzy points. He's going to come out in front of Phantom. He's going to be on the back of the battle for P8. But Ritzy is going to have fresh tires. He chooses to go on the mediums for the final 9 laps. Smart move by him. Really solid job by both of these drivers right here. Unknown and the Haas. Reptile had a really good qualifying run as well. You know, going to get a good few amount of points as they run. You know, they could be swapped around a little bit. Maybe have a little bit different due to time penalties. I'm not quite sure. But really solid run for both of these drivers currently right now. So kudos to both of them. So this is one of those tracks where if you can just sort of survive and just be decently quick, you know, you're going to have a good day. And you see that by 13 people left on track, 13, and you've got Unknown and Reptile, you know, solid mid-pack drivers. They're in the points, which is what better could you expect by a driver in the Haas and a driver by an Alfa Romeo. Got Ritzy closing up as well in the Williams. Could see a bottom 3 in actual Formula 1, and you got bottom 3 actual in the game as well. Going to battle for the final 3 points positions. This is going to get tasty. Reptile getting nice slipstream. Gets the DRS. What does Ritzy do? Does he send it up the inside of all 2 of them? Yes, they do. 3 wide. Unknown just backs out of it. And then you got Ritzy. Really good move. Move Ritzy up into PA. Here comes Unknown going back on Reptile. And he backs out of it smartly. Really clean racing. Really clean, respectable sportsman racing. Good job, lads. Good job. He's got to watch out for Phantom, though, who is on them fresh mediums, closing in only 3 seconds back. Could we see Phantom possibly score some points? As we got Joe, who is retired. Oh, no. That's not good. It looks like he's retired in the pit lane. So that's going to move It's Me up another spot, up into P13. So if he has 3 more people wreck out, we might be seeing a driver that's a lap down, you know, finishing the points. Yeah, Phantom's really closing on the back of these guys. He could actually have a crack at P9 possibly, which would be really good for the new wheel user. And, oh gosh, Taylor sets another fastest lap here. Ryan is in the pits, and he had actually built up a 16-second gap to Burrops. Really good job by him. He's going to put on those softs with 7 to go. He's coming close to the end of the pit lane. I think Burrops is going to get him. Yep, Burrops is just going to get to see Ryan. It's a just over. Unless he can pick up 2.5 seconds a lap, it's going to send it on Burrops. No, I thought he was going to. Actually, 18 seconds now. My bad. 18 and a half. My bad. But Ryan's going to try. Quick work on Burrops, though. But Burrops does not want to give this position up. 19 seconds now. Each sector. Oh, here he goes. He goes by him. Oh, goodness. Now we're going to see Ryan on an absolute tear trying to do everything he can. The gap is 18.5 seconds. He's going to have to gain about 2.5 seconds a lap. Oh, gosh, just throwing the car in there. We got a battle at the back edge of the points. We got Phantom on Unknown. Unknown could lose out on some points to the expense of Phantom, the Mercedes driver, new to a racing wheel. Really trying to do good here today. Is on fresher tires. Is on 7-lap fresher tires. Phantom on the mediums. Unknown on the hards. Might I add also, I see Etsy on 17-lap hards up there in P6. GG to him if he can somehow stretch those to the end of the race. That'd mean he'd be on them 23 laps. Goodness. Oh, Phantom hits the wall. Phantom hits the wall. That's got to be a little bit of damage. And it is, I think. I think that's a little bit of damage. He loses some time. Already in one sector, Ryan is of at least a clean sector. Ryan has gained a second on Taylor. This could get interesting here. I think he can maybe close it down to 4 or 5 seconds, but I don't know if he can do any more. Yeah, Phantom really struggling here, I think, with a little bit of, I think he's got a little bit of wing damage. We'll see here, but he's got the overtake button going. He may not have damage. It may have been, you know, not as bad as we thought. Let's see if he sends it up the inside here or around the outside. Possibly. He goes really late on the brakes. Unknown holds off for now. Ryan takes another second out of Taylor. Goodness me. If he can, gosh, if by the time they get back to the line, the gap is under 15 seconds, and Ryan can keep up this pace for 5 more laps, Ryan may legitimately have a shot at this race win. Goodness. As Phantom continues his pursuit. On Unknown, you see FinFan in the racing point starting to really close up on Etsia too. Obviously, Etsia on 18-lap-old hards. FinFan on 7-lap-old mediums. Huge dispersion there. Phantom taking this a whole lot more clean. You see the gap, 15.5. Oh, gosh, a 41.2. He gained 3 seconds. Let me put that in emphasis. 3 seconds in 1 lap. So, if he can keep that up, oh, Phantom goes really late on the brakes. They're really deep. He's got to stay within DRS. Come on, lad. You can do it. I don't think he's even close enough. But yeah, Phantom, he's, like I said, or Ron closed the gap down. Like I said, it's going to even have a remote chance at catching him. That's the kind of laps he's got to put in. FinFan closed the gap to Etsu a 1.5 seconds too. He's really starting to push. Phantom just making a few mistakes here. Gap from Taylor to Ryan now down to 14 seconds. Like I said, it needs to be about 12.5 when they hit the line here. FinFan might be in DRS here very quickly. Yeah, he's really started to close up on Etsia. I'll let you know what the gap is between Taylor and Ryan in the calculations I'm doing in my head when we get to the line. Gap from Taylor to Ryan was only, it's 13.5 seconds now. He only took out 2 seconds that lap. That's not enough. Like I said, I think it's going to get down to 4 or 5 seconds, but that's it. Unless Taylor's really start to go off the cliff here. They're at 16 laps. Phantom gets a penalty. Oh, man, that's going to make it really hard for him to score points, but it's hounding him in the racing point. Yeah, it's going to be easy peasy right here for him to get around. Less than 4 laps to go. Etsy's just going to let him by. Etsy, if he can somehow make it to the end of this race without them tires absolutely exploding, then absolute kudos to him. And Ryan is just, it's just diminished. He's only taking about 2 seconds a lap now out of it. Yeah, Etsy can't even stay within here. He's just, he's licked and just trying to bring her on home. Especially with Ritzy closing in only 4.5 seconds back on much fresher tires, much softer tires. Phantom and Unknown still trying to duke it out a little bit. Phantom trying to get back within DRS. Said I'll look at the gap again between Taylor and Ryan, but I don't think it'll be but about another 2-second improvement. Phantom goes a little bit wide there. Yeah, really lost about a half a second there. Yep, it's only 2 more seconds. Yep, he's not going to do it at this rate. It's going to be about 5.5 seconds short. But I tell you, Ryan is not giving up. I guarantee he's going to absolutely everything as Phantom hits the wall. Oh, that's not good. That was not good. 3 laps to go. As Ritzy's really starting to close in on Etsy as well. Could we see a Williams up into P7? Yeah, Ryan, he's pushing so hard, he's not even really gaining much down through the first sector now. Etsy is in the pits. Etsy is out of the pits. He must have really been pushing those tires. This could cost him a shot at points. He's obviously going to go into the softs. Oh, he must have broke his wing. That means Etsy is out of the points. Phantom's now in the points. Good job, Phantom. Unknown's in the points. Reptile's in the points. You got a Williams in P7. Wow. So forget the drama between Ritzy and Etsy. Etsy is now, he now has 2.5 laps to try to claw within 3 seconds of Phantom, because remember, Phantom does have a 3-second time penalty. So Etsy has 2.5 laps to gain 4 seconds. I'd add also, Fern is really starting to close in on Brown as well. He's been really taking some big chunks out of it lately. And that really actually surprises me, because they're both on 17-lap old hards. So that's pretty interesting to see. Etsy was P11, could still maybe get up to P9, but he is absolutely pushing like a madman. Has gained in just in the first 2 sectors 2 seconds on Phantom. No, Phantom is wrecked. Phantom, no. Oh, Phantom. Heartbreak. Oh, he's now trying to do a turn there. I think he just reset the track there, which, I mean, honestly didn't gain him that much time. He's in 11th. Oh, goodness dearie me. Ryan only picked up about a second and a half that last lap too, might add. Oh, Phantom. Poor Phantom. That's it, trying to push now that he's in the points on Unknown. Get up to P9. As I add, Fern just keeps closing in. He gained a second that last lap. With 2 laps to go, if he can really push on this lap, he could possibly get within DRS on the last lap. Yeah, the gap's only a second and a half. He must have had a little bit in the tank, or Brown just really teared up the tires. About to hit the final lap, might I add as well. Ryan, 7.5 seconds back on Taylor, is becoming the one to go. Ryan actually gets a penalty. That's something you usually don't see out of the Tier 1 championship leader. You rarely ever see that. But we got a good battle brewing on our hands for P4. Etsy had taken chunks out of Unknown as well. He still has P9 on the cards, as they still have a lap and a half to go. Man, I'm in the pits. Yeah, Fern's going to have DRS right here. He's got plenty of ERS. Well, he's got 20% more than Brown. Brown makes a mistake. They might go side by side through the S's here. No, he backs out of it. Fern knows to wait for the DRS. Gonna wait here. Oh yeah, he's got that overtake engaged. He's gonna get in the slipstream. DRS. Here we go. Brown is a little bit of a defensive move, but he's not gonna be able to do anything about it. Brown's just gonna have to wait for the last lap to do a counter move. Oh, as I say that, he goes in. Yeah, he's just got to tag along. 1 lap remaining. Ritzy's really close on Finfin. We're going to have some really tasty battles here. Oh, Ritzy. Oh, easy there, mate. Got Ritzy battling Finfin for 6. Brown and Fern slugging it out for P4. And Etsy, I think, is going to have a really good shot at P9 here. Here we go. Ritzy. Oh, on the short straight. Up the inside, can we see a Williams at P6? Finfin using the Mercedes Racing Point 2019 Mercedes power. Oh, they touched just a bit. They touched. Oh, that could get Ritzy in a bit of trouble. He just touched Finfin on the corner entry, and oh, Finfan's in the wall. Oh no, that could cost him P8 as Reptile is really closing in. Heading back to the front. It's going to be all Taylor clan. He still brings up a 5-second gap. Taylor wins. Ryan's going to be P2. Burrops is going to get a podium in P3. Etsy is really closing in on P9 of Unknown as well. This is all getting spicy. See if he waits here, goes on him. Oh! He had to back out, but Unknown sort of parked it in the center. Oh, Etsy being over optimistic. Heading down on the front straightaway. We're going to see some good moves here. Oh, Etsy and Unknown. Etsy and Unknown have touched. This is going to get interesting. Brown trying to close in on Fern. It's not going to be enough. Fern's going to take P4. Reptile was not close enough to Finfan. I don't think it's going to be trouble through the S's. Etsy are really still closing in on Unknown. Remember, Finfan does have damage. He's slowing up so much. Here comes Reptile. Reptile's going to get around him. That means Finfan has dropped to P8. Can Etsy get around Unknown? This is for P9. He's got that overtake engaged. Slipstream. This is going to be close. Etsy inside. Juke's outside. Side by side. He's going to get it. Oh, goodness me. What a race there at the end. What a race there at the end. Really good racing. New Zealand Ryan obviously going from like P13, P14 up to P2. Really good job by him. But you can't really say you're surprised. You expect him to be top 5. And Taylor gets that podium, brings out the virtual phone, takes a selfie, gets the win, sprays the champagne. Also got to give a shout out to Burrops as well. He moved into the Red Bull. And he's done a really good job in one of his first races. He's P3 on the podium. That's what you expect there in a Red Bull. Those are your podium finishers. We'll go down through the points here. We saw some really good action with some drivers down the field. Fern doing a really good job moving up into P4. Brown, a little bit of heartache there at the end. Still gets a top 5. Ritzy in the Williams, but the stewards might have a good old looky-loo at the contact. Heading into turn 3. Him and Finfan made a little bit of a collision. Alfa Romeo of Reptile, he backs out where he started in qualifying. Continues the momentum. 6 point for that Alfa Romeo. Really good job by Reptile, who has really struggled this year. Really good job by him. Finfan only could muster P8, but it's still solid. It's a few points. Etsy had to pit there at the end. That's really hurt him, but he's still able to salvage 2 points. Known in the Haas goes from P17 to P10. Good job by the Haas driver in a good solid performance and scores some points. Zampa in P11, just a little bit too far back to do anything. Phantom, heartache at the end. It's me P13. Finished, but a few laps down. Then it's Joe, Horizon, Cookie, Wibes, Sergeant Mick, Milk, and Noddle. Or not y'all. Apologies. But let's get these podium runners in. Let's get them in the party here for podium interviews. After a 2-hour stream, what better thing to do than bring the podium finishing in here? Love to see we had 40-something viewers here today. Really good to see. Thank you all for the support. And let's get these drivers in here. Here we go. And finally, let's get Burrops. Can Taylor, can you please get Burrops in here as he is not on my friends list? And he has already left the session. So he is actually off. FinFan for some reason is in here. We need Ryan. Where's Ryan? FinFan, you do not need to be in here as you are not a podium finisher. So please leave or else I will kick you. So let's try to get New Zealand Ryan in here. I don't think he's on either. Burrops and Ryan. All right, so second and third are MIA, but we'll continue on with Taylor, our winner. I'd say it was really you drove a very phenomenal race. You led from the beginning. You had some really nice scraps there at the beginning as well with Cookie and Ginger, and then at the end just fighting Ryan. Were you just sort of setting the pace, and did you realize that Ryan was going to have to pit again?
I knew Ryan had to pit again because I know you can't take the mediums over 20 something laps or however long it was, so just kind of trying to contain him behind me, not let him pull a gap on me ahead. And at the beginning of the race, it was just taking shots back and forth until Ginger got his wing damage. So, no, fun race in my half. My right shoulder's
Yeah,
killing me for some reason, but that's it.
well, it was nice, and even in qualifying, it looked like there was maybe other drivers who could, really compete with you. You were really on the pace from the get-go, even in qualifying. And did you expect Ryan? He closed out 13 seconds at the end of the race. Obviously, those. I think if he had another lap or two, he could have maybe gotten around you. Or do you think it would have been a slugfest of old tires there?
I knew those softs were gonna be relatively 2 seconds a lap quicker, so yeah, and I got Spark in my ear telling me he got a penalty on the last lap or 2 laps ago, whatever it was. So I knew if he got to me and got by me, all I had to do was stay within DRS, and it kind of would have been a win from there. But yeah.
Yeah. And I tell you, congratulations to you as well because you've really carried some momentum lately in league racing, whether it be winning here today, coming really close in AOR, and just in your BRL tier in general. Just been really carrying strong momentum the past couple of weeks. Are you looking forward to carrying this into the next couple races, especially in this realistic performance tier?
We're going to Canada next week, and it's one of my favorite tracks. So, and I know a lot of other drivers in this tier are quick there, so probably be a slugfest back and forth. A car like the Ferrari won't be such at a disadvantage since it's aero there, so it'll probably be a 4 or 5 way battle for the win.
Yeah, and we were all looking forward to it. So thank you, Taylor, for joining in. Great race. Congratulations on your victory. Well earned and well deserved. And thank you all for tuning in. And while you're here, be sure to check out some of our affiliates who, without them, we can't provide you such amazing coverage that we do of the F1 games and sim racing. So just to name a few, GT Racing US for some really solid gaming chairs, or sim racing, whichever you prefer. Really coming in clutch. You can get some really good chairs there. Hey, it's nice for your back. I should know. With a bad back, you need one of them. Gamer Grind Co. If you like coffee and you like energy, and especially if you're a gamer, have something to wake you up in the morning. Get some Gamer Grind Co. Rogue Energy. Whether you're needing something right before your sim race or right before your workout, if you're a gamer, then get some Rogue Energy for that, just a little bit more of energy that you need to power you through. Teespring, it's what brings us our merch, our Breakout Racing League merch. Be sure to check out them. And to the AM, you can get anything from shoes, socks, trousers, shirts, jackets. It don't matter. You can get anything coolly designed on there, and they got some pretty sweet designs on there, period. So be sure to check out all of our affiliates. Like I said, without them, we can't provide you such amazing coverage. So thank you all for tuning in. Congratulations to our winner, of Taylor Clan, second Ryan, third Burrops. Tune in next week. Thank you very much.